everybody. We have started our first project at our last video. Now let's continue. In our last video I have forgotten to add GPIO library from standard parallel drivers. Go ahead and you add it too, then click OK. Now in our main program, type GPIO init, type that. So what does this do is initialize our GPIO. So after that we need to initialize our clock sources. Clock sources comes from RCC, reset and clock, and APB2 peripheral clock command. What we're going to do, RCC APB2 peripheral, we need to find GPIO. I'm going to use the C because my LED is connected to C, and enable it. So what we did here is we enabled GPIO C and the clock configuration. Let's look at the configuration on the datasheet. You see, this is the performance block line diagram. As you can see, GPIO C is located on APB2. If we wanted to enable I2C1, we need to use APB1. So to use GPIO C, we need to use APB2. So this is the logic behind it. After that, we need to initialize our output modes. So we go to GPIO in structure before we defined it, about 2 lines, and GPIO mode. It already gives you hints. So when we type GPIO mode, we're going to type again GPIO mode. So we are going to want it to be output, so we can blink the LED. So I will make it push-pull. I believe you already know what push-pull is. Push-pull, pull-up, pull-down. So you can find a lot of videos about these issues. I'm not going to go explain open drain or push-pull. I'm going to do it as push-pull. So which pin we're going to want it to be? GPIO, again in its structure, GPIO pin, GPIO pin 13, I guess. Yes, my LED is connected to 13. As you already understood, when we declared it to be GPIO-C, we can configure it from 0 to 16, whichever pin you want. This can be A, B, C, D, E. It varies according to the chip you are using. So we defined our 13 chip to be output, 13th bit GPIO-C 13. So let's configure its speed, GPIO, and its structure, GPIO speed, GPIO speed 2 MHz, lowest one. I know it is for better. So let's initialize it after we give it its attributes. GPIO lit, this is initializing. So we are going to initialize GPIO C to what? We are giving the address GPIO in its structure, which we have defined. Now, so far we have initialized our clock for GPIO C, and we have enabled pin 13 to be output, and we have initialized the attributes that we have given. Okay, so we can go after these attributes, these initializations happens one in the program. So after this, putting while one, putting an infinite loop to our program, we can turn on or off our bits. So GPIO, again, reset bits. What I'm going to reset is GPIO C. Which pin was it? GPIO 13. Pin 13, of course. Now we have resetted it, and let's go ahead and set it. Turns on, setting turns on, and resetting turns off. Set what? Sets bit. So if we do it, we won't even see turn on or off. It will stay on one situation, turn on or off. So we need to put a delay. Let's make it 1000. As you can see, I don't have the delay